Birkdale Park Nursing Home is a delightful converted Victorian dwelling situated in Southport. Birkdale Park has the pleasure of looking after 36 residents that require nursing care. Residents range from those who have limited mobility themselves to those who have spinal injuries or are totally bedbound. Many of the residents have dementia, resulting in having slight confusion to serious perception problems, where they are unable to understand their own environment. In addition, Birkdale Park has over 45 staff across several departments, including carers, nursing, maintenance, kitchens, housekeeping, management and administration. The home is frequently busy, with visiting relatives, guests, contractors and visiting health professionals. The purpose of this short video is to provide clear guidance on what to do in the event of an emergency and how to use the evacuation equipment and how to reduce the risks of fire or other emergencies. Fire is the greatest risk to Birkdale Park. It has the potential to cause multiple fatalities within a single incident. Fire is merciless and will spread with such speed that little time will be available to delay. There is increased risk at night, as fire could be undetected for some time and there are less staff to assist. So your ability to react quickly will potentially save lives and, of course, Birkdale Park. In 2004, 14 residents perished in the Rose Park care home fire in Glasgow. It remains the worst fire and loss of life in a care home. There were many reasons for the fire, including poor electrical safety, agency staff not knowing the building, poor signage, and fire doors held open. Most residents were killed by smoke inhalation within their beds. Effective fire doors are the greatest defence against fire. They form an effective tight seal around the fire, which provides us time. There are many reasons why care home fires are specifically dangerous. Residents do not have the ability to self-evacuate. They lack the ability to mobilise quickly. Residents do not have the ability to understand or perceive their own environment. Many have impaired hearing, sight, impaired cognitive reasoning, so that the world is frequently very confused with dementia. There is a lack of staff to assist. A fire is highly likely to be during the silent hours when staff numbers are at their lowest. The use of agency staff. Some staff might not be familiar with the building as they are from a local agency. There are several likely causes or sources of fire within our care home. These include the laundry room, where specifically dry, laundered lint or fluff has caught fire in the hot gas dryers. Electrical fire caused by poor wiring, possibly on an electrical board in the basement or other electrical board cupboard. The various boiler rooms where a malfunction or hot surface could create fire. These are located within room 34 of the top corridor or adjacent to the storage pad room above the kitchen. In the workshop above the main kitchen. The external smoking shelter from a discarded cigarette within the central courtyard within the new extension. In addition, fire could start from a faulty electrical item unknowingly brought in by a resident or a covered fan heater. Finally, some residents have been known to light cigarettes within the building or indeed their own rooms. Staff should also be aware that a separate flat accommodation is situated above the nursing home. The activities, possibly of these occupants, could impact directly on the nursing home, and this is something that is carefully managed by the management. So how do we keep ourselves safe and reduce the risk of fire? Please report any damage or charge electrical items. Take care when moving the beds, as the plugs can get severely damaged. Ensure all fire doors are able to be closed. Never use any wooden chocks or other obstacle to hold open the fire door. Ensure all fire escapes and corridors are free from obstruction. Reduce all combustibles in storerooms, cupboards or sheds. Be aware that oxygen can act as a fire accelerant. And oxygen may be found in residents' rooms, with spare oxygen stored in the nurse's treatment room. Reduce the use of petroleum-based creams on patients, as this can act as a fuel on their skin or their bedding. Those at increased risk, for example those who may smoke, must have a water-based alternative. Ensure all guests and visitors sign in so that we can account for those who are in the building. Ensure all new or agency staff are familiarised with our building, the means of fighting fire, the fire panel, and what to do in event of an emergency. Remind all visitors they may not smoke on the premises. Ensure all contractors are closely supervised and any hot working is conducted under a work permit. The operation of the fire panel. The main fire panel is situated within the small vestibule at the front original door entrance. It is accessed by disarming the door alarm by using the key and turning to the right. In the event of an emergency, just open the door and do not delay. The panel is situated on the wall to the right. Clear instructions together with the fire zone map are found on the wall. High-vis and the Personal Emergency Evacuation Plan, also known as the PEEPs, are also found within this area. So what to do in the event of a suspected fire? If you hear the fire alarm, all staff are immediately to move to the fire panel at the front of the building. Visually inspect and identify the location of the zone within which the fire is located. It will be indicated by a red light using the colour plan to confirm the location. 2 members of staff are immediately to move to the affected zone and commence the search for the source of the alarm. The alarming detector will be indicated by a small red indicator light. This is normally found on the detector on the ceiling. In the event that a fire is discovered within a vacant room, then either locate and use a fire extinguisher or immediately shut the fire door. One person is to run back and inform the other staff of the fire location. Call 999. Instruct that you require fire brigade, and this is Birkdale Park with a fire on the ground floor or wherever. Always phone the registered manager, who will immediately attend if available. In the event that a fire is located within an occupied room, then either attempt to fight the fire or immediately attempt to rescue the resident. Time may not allow for the use of hoists, but use your initiative, and using the duvet or sheet, conduct a controlled descent onto the floor and drag them to safety. They may suffer from bruising and cuts, but at least they're alive and safe. Once outside the room, shut the door. In addition, we have several evacuation mattresses. These are located on the small landing on the first floor and in the small vestibule located with the fire panel at the front of the building. Remove the evac mattress from the wall. Lay it close to the bed with the feet pocket adjacent to the resident's feet. Ensure the bed is lowered, and using the sheet pull or lift the resident onto the positioned evac mattress. Carrying straps are located at each corner, allowing a range of lifting and dragging options. Tuck the feet into the safety pocket and secure the resident using the securing straps. Pull or drag along the corridor to a place of safety or an internal refuge point. Horizontal and vertical evacuation. So with many sick, immobile persons within the care home, it is not possible to physically evacuate them all to a safe external location. Instead, we must conduct a horizontal and vertical evacuation. This identifies we must place 2 fire doors between the fire and the residents. Each fire door provides 30 minutes of fire protection. The larger, heavier internal corridor fire doors provide 1 hour of protection. Horizontal evacuation. Keep moving along the corridor until the second fire door is reached and then closed. Residents may be moved to internal safety refuges where they can safely be held awaiting subsequent evacuation should it be necessary. These refuge locations are located on the top external covered balcony on the first floor, the rear lounge on the ground floor within the new extension, immediately outside the main reception office, the internal main conservatory allowing for 3 escape routes. Additional zones could include Room 34, next to the external fire escape. Room 9, next to the fire escape and French double doors. So all these zones are sheltered, protected by fire doors and have immediate external access. However, all other residents that are able to be mobilised, staff and visitors should be moved to the external assembly area found in the rear car park and wait instructions. An emergency box is found outside next to the metal shed in the rear car park. This contains many items that could assist in the event of emergency. These items include high-vis jackets, first aid box, torches, tannoy, shrink-wrapped blankets, space blankets, umbrellas, hard hats, clipboards, paper and pens, spare plastic to cover beds or people in the rain, and various other items. So back to the operation of the fire panel and the confirmation of a false alarm, because at times the alarm may sound due to a false alarm. In this case, the detector may be identified as indicating with a small red light, but no smoke or fire is clearly present. Dust or spiders, maybe even deodorant sprays, may cause the detector to alarm. In this case, if the staff are confident no fire exists, then a false alarm may be assumed. Silencing and resetting the fire panel. The instructions are found once again near the fire panel. Turn the key to the right in order to arm the panel. Press button 1 to silence. Press button 2 to reset. And if the alarm still sounds, then press button 1 and inform Kevin, our maintenance staff, that the fire system will have to be checked. Turn the green key to the left to rearm. Well, that concludes our emergency evacuation film. I hope you found it enlightening. Here at Birkdale Park, it's all about keeping you, our staff, and of course our beautiful residents nice and safe. If you've got any concerns or anxieties whatsoever, whether it be the equipment, with the procedures, or just how to react, then please do get in touch with us. If in doubt, please call 999. Do not delay that. And please, finally, if you've got any concerns, please get in touch with myself, Jonathan, or any of the rest of the senior team. Thank you very much.